a lot of information in the spectrogram of all the different sounds that we're hearing. And our brains don't just throw that away. And in fact, it is the pattern of multiple harmonics that give us the quality of sound or the timbre or the color of different sounds in nature. So we can think about this especially in birdsong. If you ever go birding by ear, we use all sorts of adjectives to describe the bird songs that we hear. And so, we might hear a northern cardinal. And I'm going to play the northern cardinal. Here's the whistle of the northern cardinal. Do that one more time. So I might describe that as a sweet sound. It might be a pure sound. You could use the word whistle to describe that sound. That quality of kind of a pure whistle is our ears telling us that there's pretty much only one fundamental present. So you can see in the spectrogram on the left, there's just this dark band and barely any other lines on the graph. So there's one fundamental and barely any harmonics. And our brains turn that into this sweet whistle sound. In contrast, this prairie warbler has a very buzzy sound. And the reason it sounds buzzy to our brains is that you can see in the spectrogram in the middle, there are all these little wiggles. The frequency is changing really, really fast. And it's actually changing more quickly than our ears can kind of consciously perceive. And they just turn that wiggle into a buzzy sound. So let me play a prairie warbler song. So you can hear how raspy, buzzy, coarse, rough, a very different quality of sound from the cardinal, and that's due to the structure of the harmonics in the sounds that they produce. And then the last one I wanted to show was a white-breasted nuthatch. And so they have these really nasally sounds, and that's because of how many harmonics they produce when they sing. So you can see in the spectrogram, there are these kind of arch shapes all stacked up on each other. I count maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 harmonics all stacked up on each other. So there are multiple frequencies being emitted every time they make a sound. And for whatever reason, our brains kind of turn that into a nasal sound. So let me play the white-breasted nuthatch and you can watch the spectrogram. You do that one more time. So the cardinal to the prairie warbler to the white-breasted nuthatch to every other bird out there, the kind of quality, so not the note, but the quality or the timbre of their sound is due to all of these harmonics in their sounds.